They spent billions to build paradise from the sea, but beneath the luxury, engineers battle the ocean, time, and nature every single day. Welcome to Prescute Diary.
To understand how paradise nearly drowned in its own storm, we must go back. Before the villas, before there was anything here but open water and one impossible idea.
It began with one bold vision. Dubai's leaders knew oil wouldn't last forever. They needed something the world had never seen. Even engineers questioned.
Has anyone ever built something like this before?
No one had. Not at this scale. To build a palm-shaped island, engineers faced one question. How do you convince the sea to hold still?
Wait, that's not what the charts say.
An anomaly, a hidden fault beneath the seabed. Nature had its own plans. If we build here without fixing this, the island could sink.
Before the island could be built, engineers had to solve one problem. What do you build it with? The answer meant taking on the desert itself.
This won't hold. We need to go back to the sea.
The desert had failed them. The seabed became their only source. But extracting enough sand to build an island would require machines the size of skyscrapers on their sides.
Precision was everything. Building a palm tree on the ocean demanded satellites, software, and a system capable of guiding a 200-meter ship to within centimeters of its target.
One red warning light. Hundreds of tons of sand already in motion. No turning back. That was 3 meters of drift.
Now imagine we're doing this 600 more times.
Every pass risked failure. Every correction had seconds. Building the island became a relentless battle, grain by grain, against a sea that never stood still.
The island wasn't solid yet. Loose sand hid a dangerous weakness. Before anything could be built, engineers had to shake the island. The sand refused to cooperate.
Every island has a weak point. Palm Jumeirah had one too. Engineers had to fight it. The fix would hold for now, but nature had already noticed, and the ocean rarely forgives uninvited guests.
Beauty came with a price. Without protection, one storm could turn the island apart. The wall was rising, but redirecting the ocean creates new problems. Where would all that water go?
Where would the water go? It was a question that haunted the project. A palm tree wasn't meant to sit in the sea. Without flowing water, the lagoons could slowly begin to rot.
A lagoon that can't breathe will die. So engineers did the unthinkable. They cut the palm's fronds. For the first time, it was time to build something people could actually live on.
An island isn't a home. Beneath paradise lay a hidden network of pipes and cables. Without it, nothing above could survive. Once buried would be impossible. Engineers had just one chance to get it right.
An island is useless if no one can reach it. The challenge was connecting it. The bridge connected the island to the world. The real challenge was what came next.
A bridge alone couldn't handle the traffic to come, so engineers planned a second route that would run straight through the heart of the island. One mistake, one leak, no second chance.
The seal held. The battle was won. Now the real transformation could begin, from sand to a city. But the island still needed one extraordinary centerpiece. A centerpiece worthy of the world's attention. The island needed an icon. At the palm's edge, engineers began building a resort destined to define it.
The world saw luxury. Marine biologists saw something else beneath the water. A problem no one could ignore. Above the surface was a paradise.
A complicated truth. Building an island doesn't just move sand, it reshapes life below the surface. Engineers couldn't undo what had been built, but they could help nature adapt.
Reclaimed land keeps moving after construction ends. To protect every villa, engineers built an early warning system to watch the ground itself. But the sea surrounding it was changing too.
The sea Palm Jumeirah was built to embrace was already changing. Rising temperatures and shifting storms raised one question: how much higher would the water get?
How do you future-proof paradise? Engineers found there was no single solution. An island in the sea is never truly finished. It must be maintained, adapted, and watched forever.
Water, power, land. On Palm Jumeirah, none of it came naturally. Every drop of water, every kilowatt of electricity, and every meter of land had to be engineered. The crowds arrived. Paradise never stays quiet for long. Word spread, photos traveled, and an island born from sand became a magnet for the world's attention.
Still watching? Building paradise was one challenge. From space, it's perfect. On the ground, it's a full-time job. Perfection demands constant work. In Palm Jumeirah's power grid, If the power fails, pumps stop, water stops moving, and the balance engineers fought to create begins to unravel. Then came the real storm. A pattern of stronger winds, higher tides, and more frequent warnings. Palm Jumeirah was built for yesterday's climate, but could it withstand tomorrow's? The next storm gave no warning. When it arrived, it became the first true test of everything engineers had built. A warning written in broken things.
Engineers stopped reacting to storms. They began predicting them. Sensors, satellites, and AI became the island's first line of defense.
The greatest threat wasn't above the water. It was beneath it, hidden inside the island's very foundation.
Paradise isn't built on sand, it's built on trust. All of this, every single day, just to keep paradise standing still. But nothing stands still forever, not even paradise. 20 years later, Palm Jumeirah enters a new chapter. The questions engineers asked at the beginning are being asked again. The next storm is already forming.
Another storm will come. That's not the question. The question is whether Palm Jumeirah will be ready. And that answer depends on the future of Dubai's entire coastline.
Just offshore, scientists found something unexpected. 2 decades after construction, marine life was returning in ways even engineers hadn't predicted.
Success brought new pressure. Palm Jumeirah became more than a destination, it became a blueprint. As coastal megaprojects around the world,
Not everyone sees Palm Jumeirah as a success, critics arguing the ocean shouldn't be reshaped for ambition. We must address the documented ecological costs. Palm Jumeirah is both a triumph, a warning, because Palm Jumeirah wasn't endure, had just begun. The island waits, the sea waits, time will decide.
The island waits, and so does the sea. But to understand what came next, we must go back to the very first question: why build an island shaped like a palm tree?
But before construction could begin, one question came first. Who would pay for an idea this ambitious? Great engineering doesn't just need vision, it needs investment. No one nation could build Palm Jumeirah alone. It took world-class engineers, global expertise, and thousands of workers to make the impossible possible.
Before the first grain of sand, one question mattered. Could the seabed carry the weight of a city? The seabed could hold the island, but only if engineers never pushed it beyond its limits.
every design decision came down to one thing: physics. Even the island's size had to respect its limits. The design was final. Now came the real challenge: building the impossible.
One impossible day at a time. When construction began, all they had was a starting point and an ocean waiting to be challenged. Nearly every day for the next 5 years, thousands of workers lived on floating cities of steel, far from home, under the desert sun. They built paradise for others.
Behind every machine were human hands. They built the impossible, long after the world stopped watching. They endured it all. Frond by frond, a sketch became an icon.
Frond by frond, the impossible became visible. As the palm finally emerged from the sea, it stopped being just an engineering project. It became a symbol.
Halfway in construction, the island faced its first engineering crisis. The crescent breakwater was beginning to move. They caught it in time, but the sea was only beginning to test them. The repair held, but engineers knew the island would never truly be finished. The sea would always demand their attention. Paradise was ready to open. Now came its greatest test: people. Thousands of people, all at once, putting everything to the test. Because systems that work on paper behave very differently once real people begin using them every day.
For better or worse, while the resort captured the headlines, residents on the fronds were learning what paradise really meant, sharing it with a growing tide of visitors.
Not every challenge could be solved in a meeting room. A few years after opening, engineers noticed something troubling. The sand on some outer beaches was disappearing. Perpetual investment. That became the story of Palm Jumeirah's second decade. Keeping paradise beautiful required almost as much effort as building it. A test that reached the island's very foundation. Beneath the villas and roads, engineers detected uneven settlement across parts of the reclaimed land. The most public way possible. A widely shared online clip showing a small crack in a retaining wall sparked public discussion and renewed questions about the island's long-term stability.
The questions persisted, so engineers opened the island's monitoring data to independent researchers, making private records public. The verdict would take months and change everything.
Months later, the technical review was complete. The island was performing largely as designed, but keeping it that way would require continuous monitoring, regular maintenance, and long-term investment.
Risks no audit can predict. And so we return to where this story began, to the storm. Because every decision made over 2 decades would ultimately be tested by nature itself. The real test wasn't construction, it was every day that followed. And the island met it with smarter infrastructure. Traffic was manageable. Nature was not.
Climate change doesn't negotiate. For an island built at sea level, engineers had to rethink designs made for 2000 against the climate of They had time. What happened next was a choice. Unlike the storm that opened this story, rising seas give engineers something rare: time to study, adapt, and build the next generation of coastal defenses. Resilience takes patience. Every reinforcement now must work around a living, thriving island. Its greatest achievement may not be what it built, but what it continues to protect.
The greatest achievement wasn't building the island. It was the commitment to keep improving it. Building it was only the beginning. Keeping it standing is the real achievement.
Could Palm Jumeirah be built today? The rules, the costs, and the climate have all changed. Palm Jumeirah was a product of its time. The question is, was it luck or careful engineering?
Perhaps both. Nature kept testing the island.
And engineers kept still being studied.
The torch was passed, but the sea never stops.
Whether anyone was ready or not, the next challenge wasn't nature, it was growth. More buildings, more people, more pressure on an island never meant to expand.
Far from settled. Every decision now shapes a living island. No decision had been made, but one thing was clear: the island's future would no longer be shaped by engineers alone. It was never just engineering. Every decision balanced ambition, safety, and the realities of the ocean. The negotiation never ends, and it leaves one final question. The real question isn't how Palm Jumeirah was built. It's whether it can endure the next century. No one in that room could promise a guaranteed answer, only a plan. Because the future can't be guaranteed, only prepared for. Engineers created a long-term strategy, guided by real data instead of guesswork. The risk is forgetting to prepare for the sea.
Even the best engineering needs lasting support. Palm Jumeirah's future depends not just on concrete, but on the commitment to maintain it for generations.
For the next generation, it isn't a marvel, it's home. She'll grow up here, build her life here, perhaps raise a family here. Her future will be shaped by decisions she'll never see.
In the end, Palm Jumeirah isn't a story of conquering nature. It's a story of learning to live within its limits. The sea never stops speaking. Will we keep listening?
Palm Jumeirah is watched from space, where satellites measure the island's slightest movements, millimeter by millimeter. The satellite saw it first. Everyone else would catch up later.
A satellite can spot the warning. Only people can confirm it. Before dawn, a team was already on its way. The island was moving. Now came the decision.
The answer wasn't on the surface. It was beneath the island, where the sea had been reshaping its foundations for years. Scour, the sea's quiet way of reshaping the ground below. The answer wasn't on the surface. It was beneath the island, where the sea had been reshaping its foundations for years.
Scour,
the sea's quiet way of reshaping the ground below. Scour works quietly. It doesn't fail all at once, slowly carries material away until, one day, engineers discover support where there should be ground no longer exists. The gap was closed.
The definition of normal is changing, and nowhere does that matter more than wave height. A breakwater designed for yesterday's storms may not be enough for tomorrow's.
Every section needed a different answer. Palm Jumeirah is now a living laboratory for engineers facing rising seas worldwide. The problem never disappeared, it was simply managed. Simply to keep its original promise. But raising the breakwater wasn't as simple as adding more rock. Every new layer increased the load on ground that was still slowly settling. The sand never stops moving. Neither does the work to replace it. Beach nourishment isn't a project, it's a permanent commitment. The ocean changes, engineers adapt.
You can manage the ocean, but never truly defeat it. Palm Jumeirah paid the price for every lesson.
and the final chapter was still being written.
But the story wasn't over. In the control room where it began, a new alert appeared, a weather system forming far out in the Arabian Sea. Somewhere out there, the next real test was already forming.
As the storm's track sharpened, engineers launched a full island pre-storm readiness sweep. Every check had passed, but one question remained: how strong would the storm be?
48 hours later, the answer came. The storm had strengthened faster than expected, with its strongest winds now aimed at the crescent's most exposed section.
Judged by a single night, the storm struck the reinforced breakwater.
Elevated stress. The reinforced section held.
The island had survived its toughest night. Dawn broke over a battered but standing island. No lives were lost, no major structural failures occurred. The island had passed its test. But more nights like this were coming. That realization drove Palm Jumeirah's next major engineering step. Not another repair, but to prepare the crescent for the decades ahead.
Moving millions of tons of rock takes time. So the quarries that built the original crescent came back to life to strengthen what already existed. Speed increased. Precision didn't change. Every new boulder was still placed within centimeters of its target. Building was one challenge. Keeping it alive was another.
The project had a deadline. The ocean didn't.
This new data shows sea levels rising much faster than our 2023 models predicted.
The work continued, but the mission had changed.
The future was uncertain. The work continued. The crescent grew taller. But engineers knew the future couldn't be built with rock alone. More rock wasn't the answer. Engineers began asking a different question. Could the island learn to adapt to it? It started with one small test. Some outcomes can't be designed, only made possible. None of this was guaranteed. Every peaceful moment exists because, somewhere, someone is still watching the water.
Someone is always watching. The satellites return. The inspections continue. This story doesn't end, it simply passes to the next shift. The shift changes. The watch never does.
The island still stands. The sea still waits. The final question is yours. Who is really winning, the engineers or the sea?
Thank you for staying with us from the very beginning to the end of this incredible journey. Every great engineering wonder hides countless stories that most people never hear.
This is Prescute Diary, where impossible stories become reality. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe.